Welcome back to the Electrician's 2 channel. On the bench today we have the TPI Scope Plus 440. For some of you who may have never heard of TPI, that's an acronym for Test Products International. That's a company, they've been around for a while. Don't know how many years, but they've been around for a good while. This tester was released to the market July of 2004. So it's almost 20 years that it's been released to the market. And a couple of months back, I remember speaking to someone at TPI, the technical department, and the guy was mentioning that they're supposed to discontinue putting this meter out. So, but you can still find it right now on the market. I think you can still buy it at some places, like maybe T Equipment if you're interested in purchasing one of them. But let me just say this. TPI, one of the first companies, maybe the only company that I know of, that called Fluke out head to head. I mean, just called them out to compare this meter against two Fluke meters. And we'll get to that in a minute. According to when the meter was first released, you can see right up here in the corner, those are the two meters that they were calling out. Let me see, can I put it a little bit closer so you guys can see this? All right, they were calling out they was comparing this against the Fluke 87.5 and the Fluke 867BE graphical multimeter. And that would be this one. I don't have one of these meters. I've been looking for one, and the ones that I've been seeing wasn't worth me purchasing. But anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. Now, the comparisons they were saying, they were saying these two meters, the 87.5, which would be this one by Fluke, and the one I just showed you. Again, it'll be this one here. These two meters that this meter is comparing itself against. And they even had it on paper. You don't catch that often. So this was released in 2004. I printed it off the computer. Now, let me just look at some of the things that it says here. That it says it has that the Fluke 867 has. They say they have a 4,000 count true RMS. It's a 4,000 count true RMS DM digital multimeter. They got an oscilloscope. You got trend mode, component test, logic, and frequency counter. They have more than that, but these are some of the things that it has, and that the other meters by Fluke either have, the other two meters by Fluke either have or don't have. The 87 don't have none of the stuff that I just mentioned, but the 867BE has everything what it just mentioned. The only difference between these two when they want you to compare is the price. Well, right now, this meter, even, and I've seen some of them by Fluke on the market right now, they want almost $1,000 for them. And some of them $800, $700, and then some of the worst condition that I wouldn't want to touch it. They're just how bad of condition that they're in. And this meter, brand new, this one what we're looking at, brand new, you can still get it for like $299, $300, brand new. Now, so this one has a lot of features on this meter. I've used it. I don't have any complaints about it whatsoever. I'm pleased with this meter. But let me put the camera a little bit closer. I've done reviews on this meter before. This is more of a revised version of it because I really like this meter, and I'm always finding something new and feel as though I haven't talked about it enough. And not to mention the customer service at TPI. Joe Corbin, I think that's his name. He's one of the technical managers over at TPI. I want to give him a shout out. You know, I needed something from him, and he was nice enough to send it to me for one of those for one of the instruments that I have for TPI. I don't work for TPI. I don't get endorsed by TPI, but I just like their test instruments. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to Joe Corbin. Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate it. Thank the folks at TPI for sending me what I needed. I really appreciate that also. The customer service is spot on at TPI. If you ever, you have one of these meters, and the meters, you call them, they'll take care of you just like that. Anyway, let me get a little closer just to give y'all some of the, show you how it looks around the dial. Okay. Now, I didn't see anything on here that says if this meter is true RMS or not. Most of them do have it printed on here. I'm sure yeah, it is. I see it right here at the top. See, true RMS, DMM. Okay, that's done. Well, anyway, you see the jack inputs. Okay, Cat 2, 1,000 volts. Cat 3, 600 volts to ground. Okay, let's go up. Take a look at volts, DC. That's when you know this is really for electronics. When you have to go to DC first, or it defaults back to DC first. And that's when you know this is specifically made, is geared toward electronic technicians. Well, anyway, it has an off button, off selection, volts DC, volts AC, hertz. It has diode, resistance, continuity, microamps, AC/DC, milliamps, AC/DC, amps, AC/DC, logic, capacitance, component test, and an off selection again. Soft keys, the kind of reddish button here to the bottom, that's for the backlight. There's A hold A, D mode. I'm gonna hit some of those just to kind of show you what I'm doing here. Remember, this is the backlight that turns the light off, back on. Let's go, we know what hold means. Okay, that's the hold button. There's a D mode. Let me put that back right here. D mode, it changes the bottom. Okay, and there's a range, which is right here. So we should see something. There we go. And there's a program button here. And as a memory, like if you're doing some kind of data logging, let me see if you want to. Okay. And also beneath that is a T base. And as you see at the bottom of the screen here, you see all the little blocks at the bottom. See range up, range down, auto and exit. Okay, so and combo, you see the frequency. It have a dual screen. It's in DC volts right now, but it also has a screen, has a display for your hertz. This they don't have on the back a place to hold your test leads probes when you're not in use. And also, but there's a rubber boot on it that's really nice. It has a rechargeable battery that's enclosed in it. That's really nice. The battery takes about 4 hours to I think it's like 3-4 hours to charge it up, and it lasts just about the same. Depends on, it may last long if you don't have the backlight on, but it should last you about the same time, continuous use, about 3-4 hours. So let me back out some. Hold on a minute. And the test leads, those are original test leads for TPI. They're really nice, really nice. They have like a VGA plug right here so you transfer data from this tester onto computer. This is an outdated cord right here, which I'm sure you can find an adapter to it. And then you have to buy the software if you want to, use that. I have none of that. The only thing I do have is this cord. Who knows? I may run across the software, or they might even download it on. I never tried downloading it off of the TPI app. I don't know if it'll work with that or not, but you know, that's what it is. Back to what I was saying about this meter. I'm really pleased with it. I really am pleased with this meter, and I really do. It really can do everything that it says it can do. Let me just pick out some of the things here. They say it's a handheld. It's a hand. Let me find something here. So you can use it for the application using this meter. It's power quality, variable speed drives, industrial motor controls, battery testing, PLCs, that's programmable logic controllers, and NC and CNC machines, and uninterruptible power supplies, that's UPSs, audio, video, industrial lighting controls, factory automation, line conditioners, voltage regulators, inverters, gaming industry. They have a lot of things that they say this can do, and I truly believe it can. I don't have any complaints about this tester at all. In fact, I use this more than I use my Fluke 289. Not to say that the 289 is a bad or horrible meter. Hell no, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that I just use this more than I use the Fluke 289. But I really do like this. And if you were to see this, and the price is right, and not only get it for, I believe it's worth it, but you're holding a piece of history. Cause this is hard to find. You don't catch meters on the market made of such high quality anymore. You catch a lot of rebrands on the market from other companies, who just being rebranded and they're stamping a new name on it, but this is an original. This is an original. It's been out almost 20 years and it's still on the market, but I think it's being phased out. But this is a really good meter, a really good meter. But so I don't have anything else to say about it other than that I'm pleased with it, and I just want to thank you guys again. But I am pleased the way that I'm still a Fluke fan. I'm just how I put it like this. I'm a person that's really fond of good test equipment. Anything that's high quality, I love it. But anyway, I just admire the fact how TPI was not afraid to put Fluke, on paper, and compare themselves to Fluke on paper. That's really bold. That is really bold, and I like that. That's business. But anyway, guys, thank you. I really appreciate you letting me take up your time. You guys take care. And until next time we meet here, back in my man cave, in my lab, I'll see you later.